Hey girls, Caitlin here again. I'm gonna try to talk about how a lot of the guys in these like hate-filled comment sections on trans pages and trans posts will say, if you can't accept yourself for who you are, then why should we accept you? Well, what they don't understand is that we do accept ourselves for who we are. That's why we are being who we are, despite all of the hate that we get in these comment sections. We're being who we are despite the dirty looks in public and all of the problems associated with being who we are. We're still being who we are, and that takes, first of all, a lot of courage and strength. I remember my first time going to the grocery stores, Caitlin. I didn't even plan it. I was in my backyard um, and just said, you know what? I'm going to go to the store now and go shopping. And I did. And that was crazy. But um, a lot of trans women go through a very long period of shutting it off. And they'll cross dress in private where no one else can see them. And it's kind of a secret. They get this part of them that they need to be. But they're not ready to be seen in public because of these problems that we have. And most of us just want to be left alone. The stuff you see online and on TV with the public meltdowns and stuff, that's not who most of us are. If you want your pronouns respected, that's great, but that's most of us aren't going to have a public freak out over that. And we shouldn't. We shouldn't care what. We're not doing it for someone else's approval. We're doing it for our own approval as to who we are. So yeah, we are accepting ourselves. I'll take a quick break and we'll kind of talk about the cycles. So most trans women will go through the stages of becoming trans. They will cross-dress in private. They will have a cycle where maybe they purge everything, they throw it away, they try to be done with her. And the urges and the need to be her are so strong that they buy more clothes and do it again. And then after a while, they'll purge again. And sometimes some of us go through this cycle many, many times. Luckily for me, I didn't. I kept everything in a box in my garage or moved it around my apartments with me and kept it in the bottom of the closet. So I never went through the purge cycles. Very happy I could actually fit into some of the very short black dresses and mini skirts that I used to have when I was in my 20s. And I'm 45 now and was finally able to slip back into them and not look like someone had slipped a pair of pantyhose over a bag of onions. Um, but yeah, a lot of people go through steps and phases and cycles on their way to finally accepting who they really are. And luckily, I didn't, like I said, I didn't go through them, but a lot of people fight with this for years or even decades before they finally accept themselves and deal with all of this hate so that they can feel real and whole. So it's not that we're not accepting ourselves, it's that you're not accepting us for who we are. I personally feel I can't even describe how much happier I am as Caitlin. I didn't hate waking up as a guy. I don't have like a dysphoria where I hate my penis or anything like that. But I want to get up and start my day now. And when I was in full boy mode, I had to force myself to. I was an ops manager and had a great job, and a lot of people counted on me to make that place a great place to work for them. So I did force myself to get, first of all, enough sleep to not rage out for no reason, but also get out of bed every day. 5:30 a.m. It's go time. Let's do this. And now I want to get out of bed. I see the clock at like 4:30 in the morning. I'm actually disappointed that it's not time to get up and start my day yet. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. Um, Clothing, men's clothing. I dressed fairly nice, not like suits and ties all the time, but I didn't wear t-shirts a whole lot. I never liked how t-shirts looked on me, men's t-shirts, and I didn't really like how like the pants fit and how like the button up and the button down shirts all fit. Like I could never be comfortable with what I was wearing. And I wasted so much money trying to find like clothes that I actually liked. And it was a night and day difference when I started buying women's clothing. I love how it fits me. I think it fits my body better than the men's clothes fit my body. And I did always have problems. The men's clothes tend to flare out at the bottom because most men are a little rounder down there. And the shoulders were like too broad, so everything felt like I was wearing like a curtain or a parachute or something. And the waist of the pants was always too big for the length. I had a difficult time finding like 32, 34 pants. And then there's just something weird about how they always fit, and I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't like it. So when I switched to women's clothing, night and day difference, like I said. I didn't understand how much of a difference it was going to be when I switched to women's clothing. I feel like these clothes actually fit me correctly and look good. Unlike the so many pairs of pants and shirts I bought as a man. I bought Ariat, I bought all kinds of really nice like construction man's clothing and boots, and I did like my boots, but just it never felt right. It never looked good on me, and it never fit. Whereas with my very thin frame, women's clothing feels so much better and looks so much better on me. Take another quick break. I need a drink, and we'll be right back. Okay, so and it's not just the clothing. It is every little detail about this feels like so authentically me finally. Everything from the makeup I put on to the hair just kind of flowing down my neck and around my head, the earrings, the necklaces, the rings, all the jewelry, having my toenails and fingernails painted. It makes me happy to see even details like my phone background I changed to like these pink butterflies. All of this feels like the real me finally. And it took me 2 decades to accept that, and despite all of this pushback against us, to just do it and go out and be me. Like on a construction site, I worked in construction as an ops manager and project manager. And I felt like standing in a group of guys on a job site, even though I knew what I was doing and was very good at it, I almost felt like I was wearing a costume and performing on stage. Like every interaction, I just had this feeling like I'm not these guys. And I don't feel that way as me. I'm actually more comfortable around the very same types of guys that probably hate me because I am me now. I'm not putting on a show to fit in with them anymore. And I actually would. I mean, I play guitar and drums, and I love camping. I love pickup trucks, lifted, lowered, hot rods, race cars. I like all these things still. I also like taking care of a home. I love dishes and laundry and cooking. I got my music playing in here, and I'm just kind of bouncing around, all happy doing it. So I feel like I am me now. I've finally accepted me after decades of putting me away and not accepting me. So I guess I'll just stop there and we'll call this video done, and I will see you girls next time.